How did you find out that your partner was cheating? Imagine this, you think everything's fine, until a random text, a LinkedIn message, or even a Pinterest notification completely destroys your relationship. Reddit users shared the shocking moments they discovered their partners were cheating, and some of these are absolutely insane. I saw my then, obviously, girlfriend texting a female friend of ours throughout the night. Thought nothing of it as we're all close and whatever. But I worked with this friend. So the next day at work I asked her what the hell they were talking about all night. The confused blank stare in response blew the whole thing open. Why would you pick someone I work with as the fake name for your AP? Idiot. Something very similar happened to me. He changed the other person's name in his phone, but it wasn't anyone I was familiar with. I saw the name pop up on his phone one day and I asked about it. He said it was his best friend's cousin, which I thought was a little odd, but let it go. Try to at least. I'm not proud of snooping, but I knew I could trust my gut. This is such a dumb cover for cheating too. It's not like we're stupid and won't figure it out. The other woman sent me a connection request on LinkedIn of all places. Once I approved it, she messaged me. Wild choice, girl. Oh, and I also see your company is hiring. My ex blocked the girl and her husband off all my social media without me knowing. So the husband, bless his persistent soul, made an account and then found and messaged me on fucking Pinterest of all things. Ugh, Pinterest is how I found out my partner had been cheating too. I loved that app. How? A random girl started following me, her last name sounded familiar, so I asked my partner if he knew her. He was military and worked with females, and I remember her name from somewhere. He legit claims he doesn't and accuses me of being lesbian with her. Which was so outlandish I dug deeper into it and messaged her. Turns out they had been having sex behind my back, but also found out a lot of other things he had done to me I hadn't found out yet. She told me out of guilt about 3 months after she did it. The guilt thing is intriguing to me. How some could not care and others are consumed. His 4-year-old daughter kept calling me Allison. My name isn't Allison. Sick. After vacation, I saw she had a vid of her fucking someone that was dated only a week before our vacation. Later admitted to there being 4 total she cheated with, though there's irrefutable evidence of more. Ball up top. He made a Facebook post announcing he cheated on me after I broke up with him, lol. That's a new one. What did he think he was doing there? Winning the breakup? LOL. What were the comments like? This is when I was 15, so was he. Comments were overwhelmingly, this ain't it. Only one person was like, haha, so funny. It's pretty funny now. Not so much when you're 15. He was out of work again. I went to work, and when I got back to the apartment we shared, there were 2 plates in the sink, traces of takeout leftovers, but the food that was consumed was more than the amount he could have eaten alone. We had a favorite Chinese place and I knew the order size. That was my first clue. I checked his phone and well, a tale as old as time. So he expected you to do their dirty dishes too? The audacity. You know what, I hadn't thought about that. I don't even remember who did the dishes, I just know that's when I had a suspicion. I left them in 2014, thank God. Watched her walk him out of her place one morning when I was coming by to bring her breakfast before she went to work. Random guy started liking her profile pic changes on Facebook. Same. My ex-husband posted on Facebook about landing his dream job. I noticed a female comment on it and seemed to be more excited/happy for him even more than I was. So I start checking his previous posts going a few months back. She had a heart on just about all of them, always something to comment. Then when I checked her profile, among the photos was one of her sitting on the hood of a black 71 Bronco. His car. Ugh, there's a girl like this on my boyfriend's IG. Doesn't comment on anything that I can see, but she started liking all his posts starting several months ago, out of nowhere. I know that by itself doesn't mean anything, but I cannot shake a bad feeling about her.
Hi guys, if you like my video, please just subscribe, drop a like and tap the bell, so you won't miss the next video. I'm already working on a new one for you, so see you.
Got off work early one day and literally walked in on them fucking in the bed I bought. Sounds like something that only happens in the movies, but nope, happens in real life too. Came real close to going to prison that night. Amazing self-control. Checked her phone after taking her out for her birthday dinner. My gut was telling me something was weird. She'd cheated that morning with a coworker, and they'd been reliving it, and flirting, all day. She moved out 2 weeks later. Over a decade of marriage, with kids, down the drain. That was a few years ago. She's been non-existent in our lives since then, and we've been better for it. Yeah, been in a similar situation. It's a feeling like someone has knifed you. I was walking back to bed after midnight bathroom visit. I heard a buzz in the office, went to investigate. She'd left her phone out there, and the buzz was a "you up" text from her ex. I'm not usually one to snoop, but that's pretty bad, so found they'd been hooking up for a few months. In retrospect, she was absolutely horrible to me, and was rotten and toxic down to her core. But that moment was one of the most horrible things I've ever experienced. He said his stomach hurt, so he was going to sleep on the couch instead of in our bed. He was sexting his affair partner from the couch, but forgot his smartwatch on the bedside table, so I was able to see her replies in real time. When our daughter was in hospital, really unwell. I was about 4 hours away from home with her and rang him begging for his help, and he kept saying just stay there, it would be fine, and that he had to work. Gut instinct kicked in, and when I eventually got back home 2 days later, I checked our joint phone bills. Saw a number he was calling at obscure times. Long story short, he was shacked up in a hotel with a girl he went to school with while our daughter was in hosp. I lost about 16 kilograms in a month from stress. It was awful. On a Saturday morning, my partner, we will call Rose, at the time told me she had to work. This was not unusual as she normally did work 1 to 2 Saturdays out of the month. She left at about 8 a.m. for her work day. At around 10 a.m., I decided to drive across the city to visit family. While en route, I realized I did not have enough gas and exited the highway to a random gas station. As I am pumping gas, I see Rose exit a vehicle, not her vehicle, so I approach the vehicle and there's a male in the passenger seat. I tap on the window and say, "Hi, who are you?" He looks at me and says, "Oh my. You're Rose's best friend. She's told me so much about you. I'm her boyfriend. It's so nice to meet you." Too shocked to speak, I stood there in silence. He then said, "Yeah, she has shown me pictures of you too, it's so nice to finally meet her bestie." Turns out, they were on their way to a nearby beach town to spend the day there.